What's up everybody? I recently started playing competitive Fortnite and this video is going to be my 1 week progression. Now for those who don't know, a quick recap of my history with this game. I played the OG seasons up until around chapter 2 I believe, and then I took almost a 4-year break and I came back during November when they dropped the OG season for the first time. Up until then, I never took competitive seriously, and to be honest, it wasn't even a thought. I just played the game for fun. But once I came back for the OG season, I ended up liking it, and so I started grinding the game to try to play competitive, but I was on console and I was still relearning everything, and I was learning keyboard at the time, so I wasn't really that good and I still didn't take it too serious. But eventually around November 2024, I got a PC. And so ever since then, I've just been trying to get as good as possible. And so I played the solo cash cups and a few tournaments here and there. But that was majority on console where I did qual for one solo cash cup. And I have a video about that on my channel. And I'll also have progression videos on my channel, so feel free to check those out. But yeah, I've just been playing to get better and now we're finally here. They brought solos back and so I'm going to be starting up my competitive journey. And week 1 is officially over, so here's everything that I've learned. I've been playing the reload tournaments and ranked cups, but my first official tournament of this season was the solo series session 1. I've already made a video about this, but just for a quick recap, I placed 8,577th with 148 points, and I only had 5 kills and 1 game with the top 10 finish. After this tournament though, I did some VOD review to see where I was going wrong, and the top 2 problems were that I was fighting without confidence and that I was making bad decisions in the end game. After seeing this, I decided to really grind my fighting so that I could go into more fights with confidence for session 2, and I also semi-grinded scrims to improve my in-game performances, but I will say I do need to play more scrims. If you want to see a more detailed video about my VOD review from session 1, I'll leave the video linked in the top right. Now from this event, I didn't gain any PR, but that's alright because it was my first official tournament like I previously stated. Moving on though, on September 13th, I played the duo trials with a random player that I found in a Discord server, and we placed 5,626 with 163 points. Now this was very bad, but being my first duo tournament in at least a year, I honestly didn't have any expectations. Even more so because it was a random player that I just started playing with maybe 3 hours before the tournament. After the trials, I landed in Division 4, which is where I played next. And in this round, I played with another random person from Discord, but we did better and placed 1,091st, and we had more kills at 13 compared to 5 from the dual trials. But this also didn't go as well as we wanted. Now from these 2 events, I gained 9.3 PR total, 4.4 from the duo trials, and 4.9 from Division 4 session 1. The next duo session though was the best so far, and we got off to a rocky start, but we ended up placing 954th with 144 points. But the highlight of this was the final game where we placed 13th with 15 kills. But to be honest, I kinda sold this game because for some reason I just couldn't connect at the end. We were sitting nice on hype, plenty of mats, and things were just going great up until I fell. But I played that with another random player, and on top of that, we started 30 minutes late. And this is the gameplay that you're seeing on screen now. This event gained me 5.8 PR, which puts my total for my first week of competitive at 15.1, with none coming from solos. Now it's hard to give some takeaways from the duo tournaments because I played each session with a different person, but the most important thing that I will do going into week 2 is find a permanent duo for the season. And from there, I'll be able to do some more thorough game planning and VOD review. The other thing I need is to be more on the same page as my teammates as far as the balance between keying and playing placement. And then finally, while playing with each of these 3 players for these 3 different sessions, Every time we ended up going to my spot, which is Outlaw Oasis, we did end up playing better. So with my next teammate, if their game plan isn't as good early game, I'll definitely encourage landing at my spot because it's pretty easy to come out alive and with kills, which will just make the rest of the game and the tournament a lot easier. Moving on, as of this week, scrims, realistics, and ranked battle royale will definitely be a priority. I also might invest in exit lag because I used the free trial and I feel like it did make kind of a difference. And I will also possibly look into playing tokens to improve my fighting skills. As of the time that I'm recording this, yesterday was Sunday and session 2 of the solo series, and I definitely did better than week 1, but there still were some things that I could have and should have done differently, and I'll be dropping an in-depth VOD review sometime this week, so stay tuned for that. But for now, if you want to learn how to survive off spawn every time, click this video on the left. And if you want to learn how you can improve every week during the solo series, click this video on the right. Thanks for watching. See ya.